Hi, gang. It's Kathy Vick. I have a few things to say. The video that I released yesterday was long, and it was a review of an incident that occurred that involved a great amount of light and change. It was beautiful. I'm very glad I redocumented it. It probably would have flowed better to have written it, but my experience with having written that beautiful prose poem is that I'm seeing I need to edit. And editing for me requires that I have the paper and the words written down and a colored pen. And then I can change things, but I need to have it in my hand, and I've always needed that. And I don't have an adequate printer for that. I know what I want and what I need. And the need for to give beautiful things that are perfect is very strong. And I'm a little disorganized still, so I'm still reconnecting things. I gotta tell you what happened. And I may need to reply, or respond or whatever to my notes. Refer. And again, I want to be very clear. I'm not medicated. Okay? I'm not stoned or anything. I get accused of that a lot. Oh, you're stoned. You must be drugged. You must be on sedatives. No, actually, I'm not. Sometimes I just act like this because I'm kind of spaced out. But whatever. So, whatever. That was in the past. So, I did a little bit of study in amongst all of this, and yes, there is a strong astrological thingy to this. I've been doing some comparing and contrasting of my natal chart to this Son of Antares chart. And in my astrological wanderings, I stumbled on a video about astrology and serial killers. I posted it. He's great. Edwin Leonard. He's awesome on YouTube. And really, I could have very easily been a serial killer, and it's not true. I could have easily acted on my impulses and done harm. I could have very easily gone that way. I read murder books, and finally I had to put them away because I just kept thinking, well, I shouldn't just keep studying this. And once I thought that, it's like, yeah, we're done, because I know how, meticulous I am. If you're going to have a hobby, you have to apply yourself to it. So I just stopped with the study. It's fascinating. And of course, the things that his mutable signs, Pisces, anyone? Virgo, anyone? And a very afflicted Pluto. Oh, I had one of those too. I had other things too, like a moon in Gemini. Yeah, I was set up for that, for chopping people up. I had, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I was like Harry Potter. So, it was very good to see that, but it was also good to see this other astrologer, which I'll put up. She's really good. And she really brought it home for me. Because Pluto in my new chart is in the 11th house, which I understand is quite auspicious. And so I listened to her, and what she was describing is how I felt since 2012. It was really weird. And then I listened to her talking about Pluto in the first house in my natal chart. That's how I always was. That's really weird. And it's been like that. So today, in the serial killer thing, he said 18th degree, the 18th degree. Ooh, that's a bad one. Oh, you don't want that one. It's the 18th degree, the degree of the devil. So I looked at my chart. What do you know? Venus in Aries in my natal chart at 18 degrees. And what do you know? In my new chart, Venus in Gemini at 18 degrees. Isn't it beautiful? I think so. And so I've understood that the sun just comes with me, who I am, the essence, the energetic signature that's unchangeable. The core never changes. They're all just expressions. They're all just adventures in consciousness. None of them are bad. None of them are good. They're experiences. They're meant to lead us home. Last night I was led home. And I want to give it to you. I want to refer to my notes. Some of this is really personal, and it may not be understood. And I'm going to just express it because I'm a woman. And as a woman, I know things about the male that the male does not know, that the male cannot seem to incorporate, cannot really seem to integrate. Maybe that's the shadow that's lurking around us. It's only brought home with light and love and acceptance, you know. And so deal with it. Deal with your own feelings. I'm willing to talk about this because it's a way of healing that is very, very powerful. If I choose to candy coat, I'll candy coat. But I represent something that you haven't seen before. I posted a song called I'm the Man. Well, honey, I'm the completion of man and woman. I am that. I am that I am that I am. I'm of course, there's binary energy in me. I've explained that. It's in the 12 chakra system that I walk around with. It's in my heart and my mind and in my chest now. And after last night, it's a complete reality. It's a truth. Last night, big things happened. I was laid out, so I did not write. I forgot parts of it until I was driving early this morning, first thing, and channeled all the way to a friend's house. Then I remembered, oh my God. Some reason I just got into meditation. I just got taken away, and I had my head like this, and I could see certain things. It was pretty, and I felt really loved when I was like that. And it's always been told to me the direction of where your head is pointed changes what you get, and just how you feel and what's available to you. And I was like that, and they said, now turn. And I did. Because I have torticollis right here, and the treatment is this and then that. So, and they've been urging me to do that, and I always feel better afterwards. So I was doing that. Okay, so I looked left, and something physical with so much love was happening. I was told to move my head far right. And I saw people. They were right there, and I said out loud, I can see you. My eyes were closed. I could see them through my eyelids. I couldn't do that when I was doing that, but when I had my eyes closed and I looked over, everything was all lit up. And the light was from behind, and the figures were dark, and they were moving, but they were friendly. And I said, I can see you. Rustle, rustle, rustle. I can see you. And then I looked back. I looked around. I looked over. They were still there. and they seemed happier and friendlier. I said, I could see you. And then I realized I need to see, I need to see him. Please come. Please, I need to see my brother. Please, I need to see him. Jesus, please come and see me. Oh, please come and see me. And I was taken away in that place that I don't talk about. I fold into a love that is beyond containment. Oh. And I just kept crying and saying, I love you so much. I love you so much. And I said it knowing he was there. And he was. And he's with me. That twin galaxy. We're not apart anymore. We spin together in my chest. I don't feel alone anymore. That lifetime of separation and abandonment and not understanding why, and needing to fix it and not knowing how. All that's over. And during that time, a human being dinged me. And this led to an experience which healed me very deeply. I realized viscerally and physically, as each of these people came forward, who I've had relationships with, came forward, and physically were within me, penetrating me, trying to be me, being closer than skin, each and every one. And I saw their ignorance, and I saw their unskilled behavior, and I saw their karmic debts, and I saw what I had to do, and I saw it, and I saw it, and I saw how I responded, and I saw my love, and I saw how in each and every situation I made things better. Every single time. Every time. And I always will. That's my superpower. It may come out as like destruction, or passion, or simple praise, or gentle humor, or a sage thought, an essay, a video, a novel, a movie, or song, a poem. It doesn't matter at this point. I'm aligned. I'm the sixth ray koan, a blended master. The idea behind Son of Antares, the mother had to be present this whole time. It's its own triune, the mother, the birth life, and this new life, the Son of Antares. The beautiful mystery expressed and explored through Scorpio, through Pluto, through Sagittarius, through the houses. So, my understanding now is that I couldn't figure out how could I have contained all of this drama and all this intensity and all this. You know, how do you house something like that? What's the container? And then after reading about the fixed star Antares, which is basically, would you like a breakdown of your personality, Kathy? Would you like to know why you haywire around people and people haywire around you? Would you like to know why you have such an edge and why you are such a fierce badass? Would you like to know why you kept yourself so fat while you were still very, very scared of everything? Would you like to know why it is you feel the way you feel now? And how you always felt about yourself but never, ever could state is now your prime directive? Want to know? Put in fixed star Antares. Do it. Do it. Do it. And that's what they did. So that's what I did. Guess what? There it is. I posted it. With a picture of a teenager smoking. It's like, yeah, well, Antares is the fuck you star, I think. But it's a royal one, dear. But I didn't know it was a troublemaker. It's not like I'm gonna torch your house like the Aries energy, you know, the Mars energy. It's not like that. It's not Martian. It's old and wise. It's trickster. It's the mama of tricksters. Don't you get it? If you read that Dark Star thing, it's describing a badass trickster. It's describing this old dude I used to see who's like I don't know, 450 years old. And he looks like a really short, weird, dirty Albus Dumbledore kind of guy. And he's like completely, totally at one with the multiverses. You can just tell. And he's totally nice to like kids and everything like that, strangers. But if he's your student, you better watch the hell out. Your life's gonna explode. Well, you asked for it, so let's go. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. That's him. You know, it comes out in different ways as Ernie or this imp I write about who is sort of like the naughty glue in these naughty stories I write. And it's just really fun. And so I guess this is really to publicly claim that I can't be the angel, I can't be the clean virginal angel because of all this other stuff. So here, it really is true. It's like punk rock angel, all right? So I can live with that. But see, the thing is that I was this solar thing, this big thing, and I forgot, and I thought I was all this underworld stuff. I was a death walker, certainly, but identifying with it completely because I didn't have an identity. Well, I can understand now. It's a lot to carry and figure out, right? So as a son of Antares, and I see it as S-U-N, that was the vision I had in April of 2012, this beautiful thing. And I realized, they said the son of Antares is born. Write this down. The son of Antares is born, really loud, as I had this vision of a quasar. And I didn't know what it meant. And it's only now I'm beginning to understand. And it's not S-O-N. Although, you know, I've admitted that gender is fluid as far as I'm concerned. But it's S-U-N. It's the understanding and the realization of that I'm that Antares energy. We all have our signature. Maybe you're from Saturn. Maybe you're from some, maybe you're the king of Beetlejuice. I don't know. Don't feel small because I'm saying this, okay? Do you understand? I'm getting these realizations on my bed going, what? Okay? So bring it back down to, it's just daily life shit. I have to do laundry today. I don't have any clean underpants. That's a critical situation. I need to clean my bathroom vanity. I should sweep. All right? Do you like that? Does that help? Good. I'm just like you. I have the same aspirations, a lot of them. There's just some, value-added features. Don't you have some? What are you able to do? Can you sense somebody's mood? Can you tell something's going to happen right before it happens? Do you get pretty thoughts that make you mellow in the middle of being really PO'd? Then you're like me too. Because that's how it started with me. Just a word. Ashkenazi. Hey, Ashkenazi. And I'm rattling around a casino. Ashkenazi. Kind of an important word for me. As is Anasazi. It was a binded message, a binary message. Tribes, just Akashic groups, tribes. So I want to talk really briefly about this I'm the man energy of holy shit. I've decided what I am. I understand. I am so large. I am so beautiful. I am that I am that I am. And it's all, holy crap, I'm so wonderful. All right? I'm not going to bring it down to the news level because that's just, whatever. La la la. But what I do want to say is that, these are extraordinary times and everyone's going through their own process. For those who are very interested, that Edward Leonard does astrology forecast for each of the signs for each month. Very good information, very helpful. And this month I'm busy, very specific to many things that I am surprisingly quite prepared for. But didn't really know that that my intuition was quite so spot on. And I got this news, a couple weeks in advance. That's awfully nice. Oh, thank you. I'm ready. But we're talking Super Bowl here. So that's good. I'm ready. And I'm hoping that you're feeling ready too. I really do understand that this is going to just continue. And I'm thinking that perhaps even in October, I may start a daily little blurb just to talk about the energy, maybe 10 minutes, just to give you a read of what's happening in the collective and all that, a forecast. So we'll see. But I have a little bit of work to do before that. And I have, cleaning up and taking care of things to do too. So all this Antares energy and all of that, I'm the man. It comes down to a twin galaxy. It comes down to longing being answered. It comes down to finding and understanding and allowing completion. And for me, that is an energetic completion. There are many of my relationships that remain ruptured, and I expect them to, be what they're going to be. As an Antarian, and I'm learning. I'm very good at slamming doors and saying, fuck off. Fuck off. And it's only because I remain open and willing and sweet and vulnerable way too long without setting limits. And that's what changes. And then then I don't have to wait for that moment when everything just is finally too much. You have no idea how much sacrifice has gone into this. You have no idea how much I love you. You have no idea how naughty you're being. You can't even see me right now. All you see is your own pain. You're making bad decisions, and I can't reach you. I have to leave. That's what happens to me. Are those value judgments? Well, sure, they sure are. But they're from my soul. And there are certain things I just can't do. And then there comes a time when I finally can, usually. There are places I can't go until I can go there. Are you like that? I don't think that's blowing hot and cold. I think that's honoring things that we can't see, but we can feel. And that if we don't honor them, we feel like shit, so we need to do it. It's like that. For me, the consequences always go up. If I got something that I know I shouldn't be doing, and it's been made abundantly plain to me in my head, and I keep doing it, I get smacked hard, really super hard. Okay, that's fair. I think that's fair. So it requires for me, because I live on this knife's edge energetically by agreement, I need to agree not to live so close to the edge and just be easier about it and maybe not create any karma. Woo! I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so that's all I want to say. I have things to do and people to satisfy, including moi. So that was an amazing thing that happened last night. And I was driving today, and it just felt really great to know that me and Jesus are one. Now that's can it be seen as a metaphor? I guess it's more than that. It feels like a physical completion. I feel like I was a puzzle piece, and now my puzzle piece has been fixed, and I'm all put together. There's a thing I wrote called The Chalice in the Void. There's something I wrote called Tend to Your Puzzle. Jesus came and showed me all these puzzles. And he said, if there's a place in your life that is just like a sucking void, and you can't even stand near it without it just being gross and bad and horrible and fucked up, and nothing forms, you just can't form anything there. He said, look up. And there's the puzzle piece, because we were standing on a golden puzzle that was all put together, but this one piece, it just was this black hole. And the puzzle piece was up there. You couldn't see the edges you just could see a hole that sucked everything. And he said, well, if you get so pissed off, just call down then. If you want your puzzle piece and you're all pissed off, go ahead and put it down. And then it was like a continuing meditation. I thought to myself, well, I think that's kind of cheeky. Well, just call it down then. Dumbass. I don't think that's a very nice thing to say. So, and that's what I told him. He said, well, okay, but here's the deal. You can't see the puzzle while you're sitting in it, okay? And you don't know the real size of what puzzle pieces are missing, if it's one or a lot, okay? It's an unknown. If you call it down in anger and frustration and arrogance and pride and self-pity, it's going to be disruptive. It's going to push other things. It's going to push things. And it's not going to fit quite right. Because it's not time. Can you be okay with a sucking void in your puzzle? He had other instructions. But, yeah, I'm looking at that puzzle, and it's very pretty, but it's put together. It was a really fun meditation. He led me to these gods who were around a table, and they were putting a puzzle together. And there's only one god to a puzzle, and it's their puzzle, and they're trying to figure it out and stuff, and they're looking at it, and they get pissed at it. They want to just throw it away. And then I said, okay, well, what does a puzzle look like? He said, well, come on. And we kept shifting our sizes. It was a fun meditation. I think that's in The Chalice in the Void, but I don't know. It's in that area of my writing. And that I think was in 2012. I think that was early. So anyway, Jesus, yeah. And I'm really okay with people thinking that that's not cool. It doesn't matter to me. It's just my thing. and I don't have to talk about it. I can refer to him as my bro. There's really no reason to refer to him. Anyway, I'm just going la la now. I'm just really kind of happy that all this is happening. And like I said, I've been getting the word that this is just the beginning. So you might be seeing me more. I don't know. I have other things I gotta do. Put things on the priority list that are very high, that don't involve creating for the public right now. But when I'm very moved, when there's something that I think is going to help everybody and will delight and educate and inspire and make lighter, then here I am. It's the least I can do. Now I get to go wash my clothings. Right. Have a super great day. It's a lovely Sunday, and I hope that everyone is well and happy, and that you're ready for some shifts, man. Buckle up and make sure you hear it click. Namaste.